Live now, we are live.
And we're live.
Live and direct in the motherfucking flesh. I am Doggie Diamonds.
I am Coco.
And this is, we're live. This was a show that was very important. You got to mute the other one though, remember?
Oh, I muted. Oh, I
yeah.
mute that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is.
She has feedback, so we have to mute her.
I see myself. I'm crazy.
What's wrong with your mute?
I don't know. I muted it. You can still hear feedback. It's like we always start with this crazy like intro of like confusion.
No, you have to mute the other window.
I did.
No, for some reason I hear everything you're saying.
Okay. How about now? Because I straight closed the window now.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. Your shit is broke.
I can't hear it. You want me to exit and come back?
Yes, I hear. Yeah, that shit is crazy. Come back. Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, Coco shit is fucking up. So she's going to go take a little break and come back. Yeah, I'm going to be here. I don't know why. Is that me or you? No, that's actually my shit. Holy shit. I did stuff for nothing. That's my shit. But I did want to come on here real quick and say to everybody that salute to Joe Budden. And I want to say this shit is real what Joe Budden did at his on his podcast. Joe, first of all, when I first did the first show with Trife Gangster, Coco, the whole time that was me.
Oh, wasn't even me.
Yeah, I was a fucking loser. But let me finish this.
Oh.
All right, I started. The first interview that I did with Trife Gangster, Joe Budden saw it and spoke on it, and he shouted me out, which I thought was very, very noble. Then I knew that Trife was doing Joe Budden's show. And when he did the show with Joe Budden, they shouted me out again. Reason why that's very important. In journalism, when you're a journalist and you do shit, the first thing you do is that when you have the source of an interview, the first thing you do is when you going off of somebody else's interview, you credit the source. A lot of people did shit with speaking about my interview, but they didn't credit my source. A lot of people did. The PSA podcast, shout out to 3 Letter Man, PSA podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe to that channel. He did it. A lot of other channels saluted what I did with Trife Gangster. So I just came here to show my appreciation to them, and especially Joe Budden for doing that, because a lot of other people was like, yo, did you see the Trife Gangster interview to people, but they never said where you were supposed to see it at. I just thought that was really whack. I've known Joe Budden for a long time, and I like and the fact that I liked about the Trife interview, I got to see him on a different side. I want people to know when I did the Trife interview originally, it was the day of the Troy Ave Breakfast Club. He texted me and said, yo, bro, I'm ready. Because we had something else planned. But he texted, he said, yo, bro, I'm ready. So we end up doing that, right? And it was all the raw emotion at that time of what just happened. And that shit was just, it just came out the way it came out. And I did want to say to people too, like when we revisit this situation, because years from now, we're going to revisit this, right? And Coco, I want you to chime in a minute, right? There is no winner in this situation, right? Banger lost his life. Taxon lost his freedom. Troy Ave lost his freedom. And who wins out of that situation? Nobody wins out of that situation. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of times this shit became like a big ass show for everybody. Now, Trife came on my channel to express his feelings, but then the next time you see him, he's not even really on that time no more. It's not like he ran around, he's running around with this chip on his shoulder. Of course, he feels how he feels about the death of his brother and who he feels is responsible for that. That's something that he's supposed to feel. I have nothing to do with that, and I can't tell that man how to feel about who he feel harmed his brother. But nobody wins in this situation. And I feel like it's a lot of media outlets that sat back and watched this shit brew and pop. And now the pus is everywhere, and everybody's turning their head like they didn't contribute to the pus forming, because now it popped. Now the shit is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And when you think about it, let's go through the people involved in this shit. Let's start with Troy Ave. Rising artist.
Right.
Yeah, rising artist. In New York City, independent. Doing his thing. Caught up in a situation where shit just went too far. Now let's go to Taxstone. Rising podcaster, Twitter personality, somebody who had a future. Like when I spoke to him on the phone, you know, me and him had really good dialogue, and I was saying to him, yo, bro, don't blow it. You got the opportunity to do some shit that a lot of people like us don't get to do. You are in the position to do something. Don't fuck it up. And that's what I told him. That's what I told him. And if he ever speak to him, that's what I said to him. I said, yo, don't fuck that up, my nigga. Don't fuck it up. You're in a position to do something that a lot of people like us don't get a chance to do. And then we have Banger, rest in peace, who's no longer here. And when you really think about it, what is this shit really all over? You know what I'm saying? The shit just went too far and it spiraled out of control. And what pissed me off, I remember speaking to some people. I remember speaking to some media outlets and them kind of like laughing at the shit, like the shit was funny. And then when it went too far. Now, for the people who say, yo, Doggie Diamonds got something against Troy Ave, Doggie Diamonds, this with Troy Ave. When the shit first happened with Troy Ave, right, before we knew all the facts, and we just thought that Troy Ave got into a situation in the club, right, and somebody shot his man and he shot back. Before we knew all of that, who was the first person to go out there and defend Troy Ave? I'll wait. Because I thought it was me. I went out there and put on record, yo, he's not stupid. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I did that. I had on my red life hat, my white tee, and I did that before everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I went out there and I defended him because I thought, shit, yo, I said the same thing. Yo, if my man got hit, I'd be fucking wilding too. You understand what I'm saying? But what the fans is doing is that y'all taking sides and shit that y'all really don't know all the facts, so much facts that y'all don't really know about. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit. If you watch, like Trife said in the Joe Budden interview, he was mad because he felt like Troy Ave disrespected his mother. That's where all this shit come from. That's where he was mad at Troy Ave at. You don't question a man's mother or where she wants to bury her son.
That was so disrespectful. When I heard that, I was like, that's a horrible thing to do.
Now, at the end of the day, this kid is still mourning the loss of his homie. Mm-hmm. You know, so it was a lot. I don't think he should have did the Breakfast Club interview. Honestly, he just shouldn't have did it.
And he not like that.
Yeah, he just shouldn't have did that interview. He just shouldn't have did the interview. Like, he just shouldn't have did the interview. You know what I'm saying? Not in that capacity. He just shouldn't have did the interview. You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second, y'all.
I'm still here, y'all.
Yeah, Coco's still there.
I'm still here on my fuck shit. What the hell's going on in the chat room? It's people that feel it.
So at the end of it all, you do the Breakfast Club interview, you get all this backlash. My son said what he said because he knew Trife's sentiment. He knew how Trife was feeling. He's been speaking to Trife since the situation happened, before it happened. I've been speaking to Trife for a long time. And you have to understand that when you lose a loved one, I lost my close personal homie. I actually found him, dead in Brooklyn Hospital on a gurney, right? When you lose somebody, you lose a piece of you. Now you got Troy Ave Morning, you got Trife Morning, you got Trife's family, you got Troy mother and all of them, you know, everybody's mourning in this situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's media, everybody's talking in the media, but it's a lot of emotion. You understand what I'm saying? So Troy Ave emotion is going to get a response, but at the end of the day, even in my interview with Trife, did y'all hear when I asked him, is it a way that he can apologize? I still was, yo, how could we sever this? I mean, you know, repair this, not sever. You know what I'm saying? How could we repair this? And he responded how he responded, but I still asked him, how can this be together? When I interviewed Max B, I asked him, when does all this shit end? He said, somebody gotta die. And I was like, yo, you don't mean that. So a lot of times, even in my interviews, a lot of times I still always try to find a resolution, even within the conflict. The problem is we don't let a lot of people express themselves. And then when they express themselves, that shit is just too far. You know, now you have people who know, and that's why I'm a salute. Let me salute Charlemagne the God too, right? When the situation happened with myself in Taxstone, when the words was flying, right? Charlemagne hit me. Charlemagne the God, the person that a lot of people don't like, a lot of people think he's a dick or whatever. Charlemagne the God hit me and said, "You're my man, Tax is my man. Can I get y'all on the phone?" He said, "Tax is down to talk." I said, "Let's do it." When me and that man spoke, we realized the shit was just so stupid, and it just got resolved in 5 minutes, right? But now look, right? Look how many weeks lingered, and we had mutual people, and I called one mutual homie to try to get him on the phone, and the nigga laughed at the shit and thought the shit was funny, and I'm not even gonna put him out here. That's why I really don't fuck with him no more. It took Charlemagne the God to mediate a situation that ended the shit in like 5 seconds. So a lot of times with these situations, dudes be having mutual friends, and dudes won't get people on the phone. They'll let that shit get out of control, and then when it gets out of control, everybody's like, yo, shit went too far. Somebody really got hurt. Somebody really died and all that shit. What the fuck you think is gonna happen? Because at the end of the day, with this shit, what you think is gonna happen when everybody is out here and we all got pride, ego, and we got a reputation to protect? Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Coco, what you think?
I think that people just look at anything as theater, you know, and they just want to see what's going to happen next. And I really don't think anyone expected this situation to go as far as it did, but it just goes to show, like, I've noticed a change within myself too, in terms of like the way that I utilize the internet. There was a time that I did kind of think it was funny to be sort of like trolling or just like sort of just laugh at people and just sort of like try to like, you know, evoke certain kinds of emotions. And I'm not in that place anymore. Like I kind of get where some people think that that's funny. It's just not funny to me anymore. And I realize that people have like real lives, and what you say can affect people. And I never really thought that the Taxstone Troy Ave stuff, it just seemed like bullying to me. I'm not saying Troy Ave is like somebody that like is probably even a greatest person in the world. Like I don't know anything about the guy, but I feel like a lot of it just never needed to happen, and like now look at everything. You know,
yeah, because look at the end result. The end result is what?
Like literally somebody lost their life, and it's all over some internet shit, and it's like unfounded, ridiculous. Like, oh, I just don't like your music, or I don't think that you ain't Brooklyn. It's like, okay, you could state that opinion, but to the point where you just like have, you know, when you get to a point where you have people that will ride for you no matter what you say or what you're talking about, you got to be responsible for the type of reactions or the type of I guess even like just what you can create, you know. And I think Taxstone has to at least take responsibility for the environment that he created, and it was very hateful.
And look, and even with my situation with him, right? He apologized, and I accepted his apology, but the media didn't report the apology though. They didn't report me accepting his apology. They just reported that he said what he said about me. I responded to him, and it was left right there. Now that's where the irresponsibility coming, because it's still people who's gonna come, and I still get into my comments every now and again. Or Doggie Diamond's Saxon said you're a rat, but nobody says, yo, he apologized. You know what I'm saying? And that's the shit that's corny. Go ahead.
I just always find it confusing. Like, it's just certain shit that you don't really like say in the hood. Like, you don't really call people ops. You don't say like so and so's the feds. Oh, that nigga a rat. You know, he be talking. You know, but it's like, what are you talking about? Like, that type of stuff is not really like, I know on the internet people say a lot of shit. You could meme the fuck out of anybody, but to say that type of stuff about somebody that's like, you know, you could kind of like reach beyond at reply. You know, it just sounds. It's just very, very like irresponsible. Because like you don't know how they gonna know what they do, how they give it up. You know?
And when I spoke to him, he explained to me why he said that. Now we agreed that it was bullshit, but at least he had an explanation for it to me, and that's all the person he owed it to. But again, at the end of the day, when you look at the reporting, it was on Vlad TV, right? Vlad, this is the first time Vlad ever mentioned my fucking name. The point of why I am saluting Joe Budden. Vlad has never mentioned my name ever, ever, ever in the whole fucking 9 years, right? He's never mentioned my name, but he has redid plenty of my interviews. You understand what I'm saying? He's redid plenty of my interviews. He just did one with 7up, redid my shit. But anyway. But you mentioned my name in an unfavorable way, so that means you had a previous conversation where you was going to bring me up in a way that was going to go in a derogatory way towards me. Now, I spoke. This is dope shit. I spoke to me and Tax spoke on the phone. And me and him, our conversation was so fly because it was like, yo, I understood his position on many things. We didn't talk about nothing with that situation that took place, but we spoke about how we knew each other and where our disconnect happened. Because I don't know if y'all know, and I'm gonna put this out there for the record. When they first was trying to promote Taxstone, they came to Forbes DVD, Combat Jack in particular. They came to Forbes DVD. They gave us footage to promote of him. He also did an interview with MREC in East New York for Forbes DVD. You understand what I'm saying? So when niggas turn around and shit on Forbes, I'm like, yo, how niggas shitting on my shit? But we helped so many motherfuckers. And I just think that shit is fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? So when Joe Budden say today, yeah, everybody know who Doggie Diamonds is. It's funny to me because everybody do know who I am as far as the rappers. The general public don't know who I am because I just came on the scene visually. You could just put the face to the name, you know, and put that together. But all the rappers know who the fuck I am. You understand what I'm saying? All the rappers know who I am. But you have a lot of people who's trying to front like I'm just some nigga who just came out of nowhere when I fucking created a genre for all y'all niggas to be doing this shit. Because when I was running around doing interviews in 2007, what the fuck was a lot of these niggas doing? They wasn't doing this shit. There was no podcast. There was no Breakfast Club. There was none of this shit. You understand what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to explain to people is that with the trolling that people are doing, that shit is causing real serious problems with people. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, niggas really got to stop with that trolling shit. You know, that shit is whack. It's corny, and it's people who get up every day to fuck with people. And my whole thing is, I'm not going to get up in the morning every day to fuck with people, to just feel like I have to get up and go on people's comments to say shit every day. I just think that shit is whack. You understand what I'm saying? So that shit right there is definitely. People think that's the new way for you to get on. People think that's the new way for you to get popping, is to troll people. You know,
I'm not into that.
Yeah, when I watch interviews, right? And if I see something, I don't care who it is. If I see any of y'all interviews, anybody, and I see a few people in the chat room who have channels, if I see anybody who do an interview with somebody, I always be like, yo, in this interview you said such as I always reference the source, because that is responsible journalism. But that shit is like a lost art right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody is just on some, oh, I don't know them niggas, I don't see them niggas. That shit is fucking corny. You know what I'm saying? That shit is just fucking corny.
I shout anybody out. But I'm the type of person too, like, I don't give a damn. Like, if you're the cameraman, if you was there, like, you know, using the behind the scene, whatever the situation is, I always shout people out. Like, I was here with so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. And it's just to, I mean, you just never know who's going to click through and, like, give that person the opportunity because they did this thing. I just don't see why that's a problem to anybody.
I'm just saying, for me, with the people, I want the people to know this from my mouth to everybody that can hear me. The situation is sad because everybody is taking an L in the situation. If Taxstone goes free, and, you know, found not guilty on whatever the case may be, right? He still had to sit down and lost a lot of his life, his freedom. Like, it's not worse than losing your fucking freedom, you know? Yeah. You lost your freedom. It's a lesson learning that. If he's convicted and he goes up for, you know, whatever time he get, it's no win in that. It's still an L. Troy Ave, you lost your friend. You lost your friend. You know what I'm saying? You lost your homie. You lost your brother. Banger lost his life. What's the win in this situation? Because now you see 100 channels covering this shit. 100 channels covering this situation, and it's like, every tweet a nigga do, everything you do, you under the spotlight, where you could be talking about fucking KFC, like, yo, man, I'ma fucking kill this chicken. And then motherfucker take your tweet and be like, yeah, he said he gonna kill them chicken ass niggas over. And it's like, that's where this shit just everybody is losing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is going to take an L in the situation. Not to mention that all these people have loved ones. You have people out there who love Tax. You got people out there who love Troy Ave. You got Banger has a whole family. Who wins in that situation? But then what I'm starting to see though, right, is the same people, and this is some shit that I think is whack. Some of the same people who was standing next to certain dudes, they're starting to move away from them. I don't know if y'all noticed that.
Oh, I noticed that.
Niggas, go ahead.
People do that. Niggas is fucking groupies, man. Like, people are really fucking groupies, and they're like that in real life. They're like that in social media. You will literally see somebody take a picture with somebody. Suddenly, you know, they're gonna influx of comments, and like, now you're like in the cool kids club. You'll see somebody's not a really good look right now. Suddenly, these people aren't friends with them no more. They probably change their number on their ass, block them. I mean, people are just fake, by and large, you know?
Now, I was looking at Taxstone personality, right? And I was like, imagine if me and him did a podcast together. That should probably be funny as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? With his personality, my personality, I was like, yo, but it's certain shit that's never going to happen now. And what I'm trying to say to the people is that, over what, right? Now, look, when we backtrack and we look at shit, these situations can happen again if motherfuckers don't control themselves. You know what I'm saying? There has to be a lot of control. That's why a lot of shit, I just be like, fuck that shit. I got people who troll me every day. I got some fucking sucker nigga who be calling my phone, talking about stop throwing subliminals at me. I don't even know who the fuck you are, but he'll call my phone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how did you get, well, my number is public. And you know what I'm saying? But I'm supposed to argue with you now. I don't know you, my nigga. Then I got some niggas who be telling me, yo, when I see you, I'm gonna fuck you up. And I'm like, I walk up and down Fulton Street every fucking day. Like, what do you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought you.
Yeah, I'm legit around. Like, I'm walking around. Like, it's nobody's afraid of nobody. Like, I see what you're saying, you know. But I think what happened was, on the internet, I think before, like, I guess everybody started getting on the internet, because I'm a super early adopter. Like, I've been on the internet since I was a fucking teenager, like in chat rooms, like, yeah, like, I've been on the internet for a long fucking time. And there was a time when, you know, us geek ass motherfuckers were like, that were black, were just like a special sort of people, like a particular like small set of people that just were, some of us happen to not necessarily be that socially awkward. So it's like some of us could kind of like, I guess, mingle amongst the people and shit and like plain sight and not necessarily give away our cover as like complete nerds. But like I was never like no like thorough ass, like I ain't no gangster chick, you know what I'm saying? I ain't like, my credentials ain't like that, you know? I say all that to say that somehow like the street world and like the internet world merged at some point because, you know, technology is for everybody. And in saying that, some of us who are like early adopters, somebody could be on the internet and be like, yo, fuck you, you bitch ass nigga. And then like a person that really ain't used to that, because like you would never say that to their face, it'd be like, yo, meet me outside. And will dead want to meet a motherfucker outside they never met before, they don't know. Like the guy that was on some like meet me in Temecula. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a time where like real life and street life met internet life and shit just got all bad from there.
Yo, you know what's funny though? Like I was reading I try not to read comments, and every now and again I get caught up in that comment shit, and I'll be like, the way people think, sometimes I'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with some people? You know what I'm saying? Because it's some people who took this shit so fucking personal, like they lost a loved one and all that shit. And I'm like, yo, y'all really got it all figured out. Y'all just know how everybody should be feeling. Y'all know everything. Y'all not even close to the fucking situation. Like I said, when Troy Ave initially did what he did, I was the first person publicly to defend him. I was the first person. A lot of people called him stupid, called him dumb. I went out there on record and said, nah, that man ain't stupid and dumb. The OG, well, I don't want to put people out there because a lot of times people.
I was thinking like, yo, why is he defending this? Like, I'm just looking at like, yeah, I see the footage. Like, yo, I know what I see. I know, you know what I'm saying? I knew Banger. Like, I'm like, this shit look crazy to me. Like, I just put two and two together and like the way the media wanted me to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bought into that. You know, I was like, all right, this nigga, fuck nigga. Like, but you like, we're like, no, it's not necessarily black and white, like, you know.
Yeah, and I didn't even know all the facts. I was just like, if my friend,
you're like, I don't know. Yeah,
I'm just saying, if something happened to one of my comrades and I got a gun, because at this particular time we just thought he had a gun. We didn't know who gunned it. We didn't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know anything about that. And when I was just like, yo, at the end of the day, you know, if I had a fucking gun, shit, I'm shooting everybody if one of my comrades get hit. So I defended him in that manner. You know what I'm saying? So the funny shit about it, so for when people say now that I got something against them, I don't have nothing against them. I just think that this situation spiraled out of control and it's still spiraling. And it's like, okay, when do we reel this shit back in? When do we say, okay, this shit is just getting too crazy and it has potential to get crazier? When do we say, okay, fuck that? You know, you understand what I'm saying? So that's the shit.
I think that, like, honestly, like, men have to stop disrespecting men. Again, it's one thing to be like, yo, I don't fuck with your music, or I don't fuck with XYZ, or like whatever. Like, it's one thing to have a debate. You know, like if two people are having a debate and it's like, you know what, this is the topic. I'm on this side, you're on this side. We completely disagree on each side. That's one thing. But if a grown-ass man tells another grown-ass man, fuck you, suck my dick, nigga. I mean, like, in the hood, like, that shit is just unacceptable. Like, you're just not gonna take it. And like, you might have a hammer on you, like, and you might just react in a different kind of way. On the internet, you're like, yo, who is this fucking Joe Schmo clown ass motherfucker in Arkansas? I'm about to pull up. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really know where people are in their lives, or what they think, or how they feel, or whether or not now with technology they might Google your ass and really have somebody fucking pull up. You know? So it's like,
yo, I used to be mean as fuck on Twitter, and I stopped because I really was hurting people's feelings. But I was saying shit like, you know, I think I would say shit like, I think French Montana is whack, and then motherfucking Rec would get calls like, yo, niggas is mad because you said French was whack, and I was like, well, I thought the shit was whack. Like, I thought, this is what I thought. I thought that you was allowed to be honest with how you feel about music. I never said, yo, I think this dude is a bitch. He's pussy. I'll fuck him up. I used to just be like, yo, that song is
like,
whack.
I don't like the song, right?
Yeah, and motherfuckers used to take that shit to heart. And then I was being cool. I was like, how is that trolling for being honest about music? Because if I like something, I'm a dick rider, right? And then if I say I don't like a song, then I'm fucking trolling. It's like, you can't win with this shit. Like, everybody's not gonna like your shit. For example, I got a podcast. I got fucking YouTube. If you prefer somebody else shit over my shit, I'm not gonna get mad over that. That's what the fuck you like. You know what I'm saying? You might like fucking Popeyes. Somebody might like KFC. I'm not gonna argue somebody's point.
Right.
But nowadays, when you say how you feel about people, motherfuckers just get really, really angry, and that shit spirals out of control and goes to it. Shit go to the street. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is just fucking that shit is just crazy. But I'm not gonna keep everybody on here all day. Anything that you wanted to say besides our show coming out tomorrow, Beef and Broccoli?
Show's coming out tomorrow. I'm excited about that. I just want to say again, you never know how people are going to react to whatever it is that you put out there. You know what I'm saying? So I could be like, yo, yeah, like, I mean, again, like you said, it used to be a time when I felt like more comfortable being like, yo, I don't even fuck with that song. Like, that shit is whack, that shit is corny, whatever. But it starts to get to a point where, like, I guess maybe my opinion started to matter more, and like maybe the actual person be like, yo, like, why the fuck would you say some shit like that? I was just like, whoa, like, I don't give a fuck about
that.
Yeah,
that happened.
like,
That's what somebody explained to me. Somebody
Yeah.
explained to me that you're Doggie Diamonds, a person that people look at has influence. If you say something is whack, you possibly can sway people into believing something is whack that they might necessarily like. And then that's when I started drawing back a little bit and say, you know what? All right, man, I'm not saying nothing.
Because I guess, like, I'm not trying to be like some like mean people tastemaker. And to that point, there are people that will DM you shit to feed you negative shit. Like, yo, speak on this. Like, to let you sort of take over some nonsense on your timeline because they don't want to be the person to like break the news.
Yo, and let me tell y'all something. Y'all be surprised how many DMs I get from people when I say shit. It'd be a lot of motherfuckers who be like, yo, that shit you said was real, but they won't publicly.
Won't never say it.
They will not publicly admit it. I get so many phone calls and texts, yo, that shit was some real shit you said. But a lot of motherfuckers won't get on public and say it. And then there was people who say to me, yo, you should go in on this and go on that. And I'm like, yo, how I go in on shit? And then I'm standing there by myself looking like some fucking hater when everybody was saying what I should do and like you was gonna stand with me. So I learned the hard way, talking about people and shit. But all I'm saying is this: in this situation, I have no issues and problems with anyone. I'm shouting out Joe Budden because he did some shit that was very honorable to me. You know what I'm saying? I believe that as a journalist, if NBC reports something and the source is ABC, NBC has to say, according to ABC, and a lot of that is missing. So, I thought that shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? I thought that shit was dope. And he also had people come back and watch the interview. He said he watched it 5 times. So I just thought that shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? And I had to say that publicly for everybody to see that, this is what we're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're supposed to do. Because Coco could tell y'all, she's around me and she sees how many people do fuck shit to me. But then when I run down on them and smack the shit out of somebody, everybody like, you bugging. But she could tell you all the shit that goes on behind the scenes, and I'd be like, you see? You know what I'm saying? You see? Look at this foul shit this motherfucker did. And people don't see that shit. You know what I'm saying? The general public don't see that shit. And Coco see that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell them some of the shit you see. You'd be like, yo, that's just...
If I wanted to be some gossipy ass bitch that just out here just like, you know what I'm saying, just letting off fucking crazy tweets like, you would not believe XYZ, I could totally play that particular role, but that's just not my person. I don't want to do that. But believe you me, a lot of this shit that out here, y'all, a lot of y'all motherfuckers be gaslighting people. Look up the term gaslighting. Gaslighting is a very real fucking thing. And people try to make you think that what you know is not a reality and that you're bugging. And it's not that, honey.
So, Coco, you what you starting in on tonight? What's your drink of choice tonight?
Oh, well, starting in, I've been in the situation. I'm drinking Tito's vodka, and I'm drinking it with Tito's vodka. First of all, no hangovers, no carbs, gluten-free. And the mixer of choice is grapefruit juice, a fat fighter. Okay?
Disgusting.
Listen, there are only so few haram things I fuck with in this world, and vodka is the one.
But grapefruit juice tastes like stomach acid. What the fuck are you drinking?
Some say, and perhaps stomach acid tastes tasty. I don't know. But if I had the opportunity to try it, perhaps I'd be in a different space, and things would be not like this.
All right, so we about to close out. Shout out to everybody. Shout out all the people who recapped, all the people who credited the source, all the people who had an opinion, good, bad, and different about the Tripe Gangsta interview. Shout out everybody who saluted all the interviews I've been doing. Shout out to everybody who support this channel. Shout out to everybody who subscribed to this channel. Shout out to everybody who clicked the bell to get the notifications. YouTube has a fucking ad situation going on, so I got a lot of new content coming out. But I'm trying to see what the fuck is going on with this money, because if not, I'm gonna have to be begging y'all for fucking money and asking for money every day and shit. Because YouTube is on.
Shout out your money. Like what's your PayPal or cash? Like my cash
what you could shout out your Cash App?
Yeah, I have a Cash App. It's like $ Cocoa Puff.
Oh shit, $ Doggie Diamonds then.
Exactly. Yeah, people can just send you money. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I think so. I think that's all right. What's your PayPal if they want to send you?
My PayPal is doggiediamondstv@gmail.com. So
okay.
At the end of the day, if you decide you want to give a little donation and you want to holler, that's what it is. I got so much shit about to drop for y'all, but I'm just waiting to see what happens. As y'all know, I have more Emilio Sparks coming. I have the other half of the True Master that's coming. I have a lot coming. I don't ask for money. I've never asked for money, but YouTube is on some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? And for some of us to sustain, like people like myself.
Well, for those that don't know, YouTube did cut drastically the ability for entrepreneurs to make dollars or to make money off of the platform. So with him saying that, and I don't want to speak for anybody, but I just think that if you're actually someone that watches someone or takes in their content, I mean, it's not a lot to ask to just say, hey, let's just throw that person some change. Like what is it that they're doing to keep the platform going? It's not costing you anything anyway, so why not contribute to it so that you can help them make better, richer content, perhaps on even better and richer channels, and have better guests and better opportunities, so forth. And that could be something that you're contributing to.
Yeah, and actually, somebody like me, I have an office downtown Brooklyn that's very expensive where I do my shit at. So I actually pay for all my shit. I inquired about getting in some of these podcast networks, and they ignored me. So if you know somebody at the Loudspeaker Network and all of this shit.
Oh, shots fired. Yeah. Names is being named.
Tell them to stop ignoring me. Tell them that they, yeah. If you know somebody at Bevel, they throwing advertising money, tell them that they need to holler. If anybody who wants sponsorship, tell them to holler at me and shit. This is very, very expensive for me to do all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually have a camera crew. I have a lot of shit that I do, and I'm not somebody who's a former rapper doing a podcast, so I'm using my rapper leverage to get advertisement and sponsors. I'm not somebody who's I'm not sucking no dick. I'm not a Caucasian, and I ain't no bitch dude. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, so it is what it is. All this shit is independent, and I would like to keep it independent, because when you are independent, you get to control the content. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So, shout out to everybody who's doing it.
Shout out to everybody. Like, honestly, when I go out, like, you know, as a girl, it's hard because I'll go out in situations and niggas just come at me on some fuck shit. So I don't even know who to speak to sometimes. So maybe sometimes people think that I'm being like standoffish on some like fuck shit. But sometimes I just don't even know who to have the conversations with. You know what I mean? And I'm not like a networker. I'm like an organic, like, hey, how you doing? Are we friends? Like, it's cool. Like, okay, let's play spades. Wait, you and I ain't fighting. We're cool. You my homie for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, I'm just on some like real regular ass people shit. I don't network. I don't pal around with people for props and shit, you know?
Well, what happened was the reason why the advertisers pulled out because it is a lot of you know, right-wing groups and a lot of white supremacists and a lot of black people, you know, talking crazy shit on here. So what happens is you'll have a video that says white power and all niggas should go back to Africa, but then a Ford fucking commercial will play on that. So Ford is like, we don't want to sponsor that shit. So they pulled out so YouTube could clean a lot of that up. You know, so a lot of that shit that you've been seeing on YouTube, they're about to get rid of a lot of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the issue with that. But shout out to everybody who been supporting this shit. Make sure you subscribe to the SoundCloud. It's Doggie Diamonds No Filter. Shout out to Doggie Diamonds No Filter on iTunes and Doggie Diamonds No Filter on SoundCloud. Yeah, YouTube, the freedom of speech on YouTube is about to be out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely about to be out of here. So that's what it is. So regardless of what, I'm gonna be all right. The super chat shit, I can't do the super chat shit because the network that I'm in don't have super chat. So I gotta fucking I gotta look into that. So I just salute everybody. I thank y'all for fucking with me.
And
thank y'all for following me.
Beef and Broccoli Show, the Beef and Broccoli Show. You didn't shout out the Beef and Broccoli Show.
That's your job. You do that shit.
Okay, guys. We have the Beef and Broccoli Show. Okay, you have to subscribe to YouTube.com. We have the Beef and Broccoli Show. I have the tinyurl.com/the Beef and Broccoli Show, and we also have, what do we have that I'm trying to specifically, the Beef and Broccoli Show at Instagram, and we got all the clips. And of course, my Instagram.com/CocoPuff, KOKUPUFF, where I always put out the clips as well, in addition to the clips on the Beef and Broccoli Show. You guys, it's gonna be so fucking funny. Like, honestly, like, we just talk shit all day long. We talk about all kinds of things. Where are your edges? Where's your humor?
Yeah.
Do you eat ass?
Whoa. And on that note,
I just want to know.
We about to get the fuck out of here, but salute to everybody. Like I said, salute to everybody who's doing anything. Oh, the Beef and Broccoli Show is definitely about it's definitely the Timberlands, you know.
I was rocking them.
We'll break that down with the Beef and Broccoli shit again. So my Instagram is at Doggie Diamonds, DOGGIEDIAMONDS. Hers is at Coco Puff, KO. I'm about to fuck your shit up.
Whoa, KOKUPUFF.
Yeah, and that's what it is. So salute to everybody. Like I said, to all the parties involved with this whole situation. I hope everybody you know, I hope everything works out for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shit is
Can I sing a song? Can I sing a song?
No, you cannot sing a song. Fuck your song.
Vivir mi vida, la 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 la.
What the fuck just happened?
That's all I had to say.
You are out of your fucking mind. But on that note, yeah, hopefully the fucking Sandman come and just like choke the shit out you and shit from the back. Your song is trash. But listen, if you like the stupid shit that she just did, that's what the Beef and Broccoli Show consists of. Utter stupidity. So make sure you, Coco, put that link in the description.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't thinking, right? Okay,
yeah.
So how do I do this? I'm just thinking. I'm being real internet slow right now. I got you. Mm-hmm. Oh, I got it.
Shout out to everybody in the chat room, man. Just what I want y'all to do. Put a number 1 up so I could shout everybody out before I go. I need to do that. Put a number 1 up.
Oh, I like that. That's not a good idea. So put a number 1 up if you are eating ass tonight.
No, just put a number 1 up so I can shout you out.
Oh, John the Analyst, my ass eating brethren, Sebastian Burley, what up? Lucky D eating ass. Midnight Black eating ass. Blue cookies eating ass. Book V's looking at ass. Ian Connor eating ass. Oh no, Book V's is not eating ass, they eating coochie. Maurice Jones eating ass. My La Soul eating ass. Sergio Torres eating ass.
You can't even say that shit fast enough. Marlon
Harris eating ass.
Go ahead,
Jonathan Rivera eating ass. Hey, Jack King eating ass over there. Oh, yes, you is eating ass, Sebastian. I could tell. We're supposed to bash him with a sheep. Mr. T eating ass. Jonathan Rivera eating ass. Blue Cookies eating a lot of ass. They put a 1-1-1-1-1. And Jonathan Rivera is eating ass again. Darius Mosoon is eating ass. Kwame Paladin is eating ass. Matt Bunny is eating ass. Blue Cookies is still eating ass. Seth Moore is eating ass. Lucky D is eating cooch. Marcus Aurelius, he said he would eat white women's ass up. Okay, he is going outside of the chat. Kix Brown is eating ass. Check you out, H. You eating ass too. Woo! AQ is eating all of the ass. Prince Amir from Zamunda is crying because he ate so much ass. Woo! Jaquel Thomas is down with the booty shoot. Okay, Big Grizz eating ass. Big Grizz eating ass. Big Grizz eating ass again. Garvin Joseph eating.
This is disgusting.
Bars and Hooks Top TV is eating pussy. Oh, shoot now. Who going on now? Martin Lee is eating ass. Joe Baker is eating ass. Hey, yo, eating ass.
How did you turn into that motherfucker like woman to eat ass over the mother eating ass? How did that just happen?
Vivir mi vida, la 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 la.
All right. Yo, on that note, yo, I'm sorry. I gotta apologize to y'all. I can't take her nowhere. This retarded crazy shit is the Beef and Broccoli show. This is what happens on the Beef and Broccoli show. So make sure you never put the link up.
I did. I put it on there.
You so busy talking retarded shit.
I put the link, but it don't link because it's not a YouTube link. So it's like it won't.
So if you put YouTube/the Beef and Broccoli,
wait, remember that wasn't the thing.
Yeah. Shout out to Joel Benjamin in the room.
Hold on a second.
Joel Benjamin. Okay. Yeah, you put it in there. Pause.
I'm about to put it there.
Pause.
Hold on. It said open, remove at any web address and try again. Edit and try. It won't let me do it.
Maybe I could do it.
Yeah. IDK. But I feel like I've gotten out of I'm sorry, I left the chat. I have no idea what was being discussed. I am sorry. If you wanted a shout out because you intend to eat ass like Young Papi Yo, listen, my IG again is at Koku Puff, KOKUPUFF. Let me just put at KOKUPUFF. I'm going to type it in the chat. And I absolutely follow anybody that follows me back, okay? Yes, Blue Cookies, the Beef and Brocs are Timberlands in New York as well, of course. That's the up north shit, right?
There we go. All right, there goes the channel.
Somebody said my ass smell like quick. Honestly, my ass probably smells like Irish Spring.
You use Irish Spring? What the fuck kind of shit?
Like a
Yes, the Beef and Broccoli show is on SoundCloud and it will be on iTunes tomorrow. I just have to fix all that. That's all my job. I'm the technical guy around here. So that's what it is.
No, before you go, I want to talk about this. Why does everybody get all felonious and inmate with Irish Spring? Irish Spring to me smells like you really washed your ass. The smell of it, the scent of it is a real scrub down. It's not trying to be gentle.
I mean, ain't Irish Spring like a man smell? That's almost like you using Brute or some shit like that.
It's not Brute. It is the smell of cleanliness. It's like your ass don't give a fuck about perfumes and shit. You out here trying to be clean. Wrench the day off.
Okay. On that note, We're out of here.
Somebody
Coco,
just randomly said Jay Electronica eats ass. I don't even know that to be facts.
somebody said Jay Electronica is fucking ass. Pause.
Oh wow.
He's whack.
Okay. I see. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, so we're out of here, Coco. We will see them. They'll see us tomorrow on the beat. Well, they hear us tomorrow on the Beef and Broccoli show. We will be promoting that. Follow her on Instagram.
At Coco Puff. Thank you, Ayo. Ayo said I can eat an Irish Spring ass. Thank you, Ayo. I really appreciate that. Hopefully, one day we can make that possible on the stage of SOBs. Thank you.
Yeah, and on that note, I'm out of here. Peace.